Welcome back to the Scrapyard, everybody. I am your host, BC.
And I'm Flaming Bees.
I'm Marvelous Prime.
Yeah, and in comparison to the last few episodes where we had like a full fucking house, this time, just 3 people. Slightly sad. Anyways, this episode is going to be about the Retool approach. Did I promise we were going to do Scrap Battle last week?
I believe you did.
God fucking damn it.
Yes, you did.
God damn it.
How could this
Since I love my community, I will suffer. Even though I really, really don't want to. Anyways.
Yay for Scrap Battle! Boo for BC having to suffer. But yay for him being a champ about it!
He's trying so hard not to get hit right now.
Yeah, well, I'm armed and dangerous.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I dare you to shoot me. Do it. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. Do it. Do it.
I know what you're gonna do.
Really, do you? Shoot me and we'll see if you actually know what I'm doing.
Hold the thought. Alexa, stop. Saved by the timer.
That 10 minutes went by fast.
Well, to be fair, we were also kind of sitting here shooting the shit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Alexa, set a timer for 11 minutes.
11 minutes, starting now.
I know what actually would actually be effective on you.
What? Thank you for coming, Daniel. Appreciate you. Oh no.
Which hurts more? A, B, C, or D?
All the above.
Yay, we can go home!
We're free.
Freedom, freedom, freedom. Gotta get what you take.
So Bees is officially taking over Scrapyard.
I'm not saying the line. I know my place. By the way, this is the original a Jenga Fett Slave 1 toy from 2000. Was it 2002 when Attack of the Clones came out? Yeah, I had this. Not this exact copy, but I had one. I had one of my own when I was a kid. It got destroyed brutally. I meant to track a brand new one down for a good price on eBay last year. You know what? Actually, I'll keep this nearby in case I ever need to defend myself. Now to bring back BC. Unrolls my goat. Uncommons your rider. Anyway, to bring it back. I guess it only works when DC does it. I'll be right back.
What the fuck?
That was a jump scare.
It's inktastic!
Now, do we
Oh,
still
he's
have the
back,
same
okay.
rules for the retool approach this time as we did last time?
Yeah, I feel like we should definitely do it like that. But, like, obviously, we need to try and actually talk actual retools and not strictly just new heads. Like, obviously, I'll accept new heads as retools, but I'll respect the answer a little bit more if you go for an actual full-blown retool. Like, right out the gate, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Rolling 30 Sandstorm is one of the first examples of a full-blown retool where the figure looks completely different from the original use.
Yes. In fact, when that thing came out, I didn't even know it was like a retool of Springer for a while.
So much so that somebody had to tell you he was, or
Yeah. One of my friends had to tell me at the time. But a good retool, huh?
That's the biggest thing you believe them when they told you that Sandstorm was a retool.
Oh. Another figure I was thinking of is it's not Throwing 30s, but it's Generations Blur from IDW Drift is
You know
another
what?
one.
Yeah, I'll count him. I'll definitely count him.
He was a good retool, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a fantastic retool.
I never bought him because I thought back then it was a lazy.
I will block you. I will fucking block you. Anyway, sorry, B. Go ahead.
Legacy IDW Blur out of the 86 Blur mold.
I actually like that mold. Anyways, Bees, go ahead.
Well, I was saying that like back then I passed on the Generations Blur figure that was a repaint retool of Drift because I thought it looked lazy.
Well, at that time, it was the closest we were ever going to get to IDW Blur.
I was wanting a G1 inspired display. I didn't know anything about IDW at the time. I was
Okay,
still
fair.
fairly new to collecting it then.
Armada Skywarp is a fantastic full-blown retool.
Oh, I don't think it was called Gen Selects at the time. Timelines, Universe Ramjet from the Armada Thrilling 30 Starscream mold.
Okay, see, that one was more a new head than an actual full-blown retool, but I still count it because, good God, that figure's pretty.
Yeah.
Anyways. What was I gonna...
Kingdom Leader Class Ultra Magnus. I personally like that way better than the Siege version because I didn't like the metallic shit stains that are all over the Siege version. And honestly, like I love how they cleaned him up more and gave him a more Earth mode inspired vehicle mode and appearance this time around. Just really did it for me.
Legacy United Cannonball from the Skids mold. Okay, so that one's more of a it depends on the person type of retool.
Takara Legends G2 Voyager class Megatron.
Takara Legends.
G2 Voyager class Megatron. I have that figure and it's incredible. If you look it up, you'll see how it looks.
Yeah, it's moments like these where I wish we had JJ on hand because he would have pulled it up right away.
Here, I can send you like a quick image of it. I'll just have to pull up an image really quick here.
Look,
I'm looking at my collection for like inspiration.
Stark system. Sorry, go ahead. I got the image and I see exactly what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And then there's Straxus from Kingdom Galvatron, which is another one that's a really good one.
Would Studio Series Ape-Link count as one or no?
Yes, he actually does count.
Okay, then I would count him in.
Bees, got anything?
God, I'm right now the only retools. Wait. What was the name of the nine-tailed fox from Naruto?
Kurama.
Kurama, yes. Thank you. The Transformers Naruto collaborative Kurama figure from utilizing the Cheetor, the Kingdom Cheetor mold. It works. It works, and it's a pretty damn good figure, in my opinion, at least.
I still think he's a retool of Tigatron, but you know, whatever Hasbro wants to say it is.
The proportion, like I have both. I have Kingdom Cheetor, Tigatron, and Kurama, and yeah, he is more in scale with Cheetor.
Legacy Dino King.
That's one where I feel like more retooling should have been done. That's just me, though. And also, I don't have that set, so yeah.
Alexa, stop.
Oh, I just thought of another one. Platinum Edition Weaponizers Ultra Magnets from the Prime Weaponizers Optimus Prime figure.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
He even came with a giant ass hammer.
Most cartoon accurate Prime Ultra Magnets we will ever get.
I don't know. I still think the Voyager takes that spot. Not great, but you know, it's better than nothing. And bees, I'm in your walls, eating the cotton candy still.
Okay, I'm gonna get the green candies out again.
Bay versus ass.
Will BotCon Tread Shot count?
No, okay. Bakon is where I kind of draw the line at using because those were very, very specific types of exclusives. But unfortunately, they lost their magic over time. Vector Prime from the G-Axis mold. That's one where I would say there should have been more retooling done to it.
Yeah. There should have been a lot more retooling done to that figure.
A recent one, Studio Series Transformers 1 Thundercracker.
Yeah, because of the wings.
The
Yeah.
wings and head.
The wings, the head. I think even the weapons.
Weapons are new.
So yeah, he was definitely considered a heavy retool.
Oh, and another retool. The Transformers Armada Unicron figure into the I guess like the what was it, the 25th anniversary edition of movie Unicron, which I have up there, hence why I'm pointing up there.
Oh, you mean the Unicron that I'm probably more than likely going to end up tracking down because I refuse to buy the HasLab?
Yeah, it's probably going to cost about as much as the HasLab.
It's worth it though. I have Armada Unicron.
Which I have I think it was an Amazon exclusive version that came out in like 2010, 2011. Found it out PBTS for $100.
The Generations one, right? That
Yeah.
the 1986
Bayverse is spooky.
What hurt, your tummy or your feelings?
Oh, speaking of Bayverse, that's another retooled figure I just thought of. Studio Series The Last Night Nemesis Prime from Optimus Prime.
I mean, I've never experienced that mold, so I wouldn't know.
It just
Nova
has a
Primes from
blue-headed-
Peas Galaxy Upgrade. I mean, it depends on how you felt about Galaxy Upgrade. If you liked it, then you liked Nova Prime. If you weren't a big fan of Galaxy Prime, yeah, you really weren't going to be a fan of Nova Prime. Oh my God, it's him.
It's me.
Guess
He
who's
has
back?
officially lost all of the power.
Hey, to be fair, I didn't do anything to you. Or
That is fair. That is fair. That is 100% fair. He was definitely the honorable one in that case. So I will be honorable here, and I will not harm him
For now.
for now. I can't promise next week.
Yeah. We will definitely be honorable because we're definitely not Dreamer. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Y'all. It's time to do it. It is time to do it.
Oh.
Don't mind me. I'm just messing with my Lio Kaiser.
You can't see my fist go into the air, but guys, 3, 2, 1. This man for a solid minute created world peace. How you doing, Mebius? So yeah, we did indeed mention a bunch of really awesome retools, but let's talk about what actually makes the retool approach an interesting topic. Because there have been plenty of cases where we initially thought, oh, a brand new mold would absolutely work for this. And then they spun around and they did a retool instead. For years, we treated this like it was lazy. When the reality of it is, it's actually like, yeah, we could argue it's a little lazy, but we could also definitely argue that it's actually very smart.
Counter
Because
argument, you get a brand new toy.
You still get a brand new toy. You just end up with a toy that, while it physically looks different, it functions exactly the same.
Wait, which figure?
I'm saying the retool approach as a whole to actually bring it back to the whole point of the topic.
Oh.
So, for instance, like the fact that it's painfully obvious that some characters ended up being a fucking retool. Which, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, DevCon.
Chromia.
Which one? There's been plenty of her.
The Generations Chromia utilizing the Prid RC figure.
Yeah, there's that one. There's also the Legacy United version that utilized the animated prowl mold, which I still think was a stupid use.
Then the Siege version, which I believe
That one. Definitely the one which they took the proud mold and made Chromia.
No, the Siege one is, believe it or not, the Siege one was actually a new mold. It just happened to share engineering with Moonracer.
It was kind of like that whole situation with Earthrise and Wheeljack and Earthrise, Wheeljack, and Sunstreaker and all that argument.
Yeah, because if y'all remember, John Warden tried desperately to convince people that the Siege Ironhide was a retool of Titans Return Cup, when the reality of it is that couldn't have been further from the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the another example of a retool, deviating from Transformers all the way to the Jurassic Park Hammond Collection. Okay, so those of you who have experienced that toy line, specifically the T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park movie, last year there was a convention exclusive version of the T-Rex, but it was repainted and actually retooled into the T-Rex, the Daddy T-Rex from the Lost World Jurassic Park. I initially thought it was like a straight up repaint of the core figure, but no, like actually taking a close enough look at the faces. The faces, at least the upper half of the jaw or of the head, is actually different. It's molded differently.
Nice.
And I have both figures.
Totally peeped out on it, but they didn't.
Which even then I wouldn't have cared because it's a T-Rex, and like I personally would never have noticed if they like tweaked the T-Rex's like design between the first movie and the second. I wouldn't have cared. But the fact that they actually changed changed something besides like giving it a different coat of paint is actually admirable.
Marvelous, are you watching Iron Lung right now?
No, why?
Then why the hell did you update your Discord status?
I updated that like a couple hours ago.
It literally says watching Iron Lung now.
that was updated a couple hours ago.
Sure, buddy. So they're trying to multitask on my show. How dare you? It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, so yeah, the overall retool approach is something where it's definitely some really do enjoy it because of the fact that they see it for what it is and can appreciate it, and some others really just they will scream to the heavens, it should have been a new mold. Like for me, am I okay with the fact that Animated Ratchet is just a Earthrise Trailbreaker retool? Yeah. I'm definitely upset. I wanted him to be a new mold. But am I upset at the retooling work that went into it to actually turn it into Animated Ratchet? Not at all. Why? Because it actually looks like Animated Ratchet.
It works so well.
Yeah, it works so unbelievably well.
So many TFCon people are so mad, probably though, because of the customizing class that did it first.
Yeah.
The only other
saw that customizing class, and they were like, "You know what?
We're about to make that bitch obsolete."
They're like, "You know what? Let me do one better."
So yeah, somebody brought up the possibility that a new animated bulkhead is just going to be a retool of the Legacy Voyager, and I'm like, no, don't you dare put that energy out there.
No, it has to be a new mold. It needs
He
to be.
absolutely 1000% needs to be a new mold.
Bring back
And
the
if he ends up being a leader class figure, he damn well better have the chair mode.
I agree.
Just like the old leader class animated bulkhead did.
Exactly.
Again, the only other tools I can think of is Inferno into Hoist or Hotspot.
Inferno into Hoist. Are you talking? Oh God,
Yeah, I
what
was
was that?
confused by that.
Oh. Those are my toes. Dogs.
Also, everybody, don't mind Bricks. He just finally got his Lyle Kaiser, so he is enjoying it as he should. Because let's face it, he unfortunately had to wait a little longer than most of us.
Yep, even though I was like one of the first people to back this thing.
So was I. So imagine how friggin' pissed I was when everybody else was getting theirs, and I was sitting there like, "What the fuck was mine?"
That was basically me.
He was like, what the hell?
Thankfully, Hasbro responded to my email pretty quick, so.
Are you excited for their Gigastorm?
Okay, Gigastorm barely counts as a retool because ultimately, at the end of the day, they changed the head to have a horn. That's it.
I know.
Whenever people mention retools, the first one that always comes to mind is the Kingdom Cyclonist and the Legacy Metalhawk.
Yes, that is fantastic retooling.
That's the one that always comes to mind the most because they feel like two entirely separate molds and toys, even though they're so similar to each other.
What about the Legacy Senator Shockwave from the Siege Starscream mold?
That definitely counts. Hell, pretty much all 4 of those figures count as a fantastic retools. Because the Orion packs used the Siege Hound mold, and the Siege Hound mold looked amazing as Orion packs.
Oh yeah.
And then we had minor Megatron out of the Siege Megatron, and there was actually a lot more done to that than we initially thought was going to happen. And then we had Senator Shockwave, which was an absolute blow up from the Siege Starscream. And then we had, I think Ratbat is the only one where he really didn't have a whole lot of retooling. I think at most he only had a new head.
Well, technically the chest.
Oh, right, the chest piece too.
But it's very minimal.
Titan's Return Slug Sleener from Trigger Happy.
At that point, we should also throw in Misfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
I
crazy
just remembered. Legends
re-released
Strip
him yet.
Screen being a remold of Windblade.
Yeah, Slipstream being a retool from Windblade is definitely another one. And again, all these we can mention all these different retools and ultimately at the end of the day, it was just Hasbro finding another way to get us to buy the same fucking toy multiple times over.
The same thing with repaint.
Earthrise Optimus into Earthrise Dead Optimus.
You motherfucker.
Hey, at least you call by the other name.
Nice.
Actually, wait. I will do you one better. I'll do you one better. War for Cybertron Sideswipe and War for Cybertron Red Alert.
There's barely even a difference.
I know, but there is a sculpting difference.
The head.
Yep.
That is
How
so
many people
minute, it's not
on
even
that
funny.
being a repaint, but it is by technicality a retool.
Would the corpse 2-packs count?
Yeah.
We're moving on from that part of the subject because I refuse to talk about the course facts. Marvelous, you have no idea how many times I crashed the fuck out over those things. I can't do it again.
What about the busted ass figures?
They're starting to annoy me.
Okay.
You know what I really want to see? A proper depiction of a Monstructor.
Yep.
Well, okay. That is where we get into a very, very weird sort of like back and forth, especially between me and TFA. Because TFA has gone on record multiple times, which I don't blame him. I've seen the pictures. He really wants a Titan class Monstructor, and it's entirely because of what they did with him in the comic books, where he's this massive, unapologetic monster of a combiner. Okay, cool, fair enough. Here's the problem. What do the nostalgia fans remember more? Monstructor from the comic book or the original Monstructor toy? Yeah, between the two, they're going to go for something that looks more like the toy. So, while Mebius has a solid point, technically, we are indeed getting a quote-unquote proper Monstructor. And for those who are probably going to sit there and argue me to death on that, get mad, stay mad, suffer.
I only brought him up because
In
then
my
they can
opinion,
actually
combiners
do
just
a
always
proper
deserve to be
Titan-sized
big, so-
Dino King.
Honestly, Dino King is the one that I feel should have gotten the absolute insane amount of fucking retooling.
They made him tiny.
Yeah, because the original
Like that,
toys
he
were
was
tiny.
Titan.
The original toys were tiny. That's why.
Just because I understand it doesn't mean I agree with it.
And that's perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, but also to be fair, I did also still buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think I'm not taking you super seriously? Get called out.
I'm not trying to bring up a sore point.
No, you're fine. I was making a point that
Okay, I just came up with a couple of other examples of retools. Just about the entire combiner or a Power Core Combiners line.
oh, good fucking
Oh,
god,
gosh.
no.
This was the reason why I still have this is because it was a Christmas gift.
The only
And
good thing to
So
come out of that
naturally,
was
it has some sentimental value to me. And this one, I kind of like it. Like, even though, okay, so I have these obviously. I also had the Combaticon drone team set, whatever we call it, and the Dinobot one, aka the Dino Pope.
Dino
You can take me off for that one.
Rolling.
Yeah, like I had those, and I kind of wish I never sold off the Combaticons set because I thought that one was. I really loved the overall aesthetic and feel of that one. It also didn't feel quite as flimsy as, say, the Destructicons one over here.
or the Viagra blade.
Why are you
Just be
talking about
careful
Woody?
with these caps.
Why the hell are you talking about Woody?
Anyways,
Probably why he's such a dick. Anyway,
so yeah, the whole idea of the retool approach is to give us access to new characters, but also without the need to break the bank or the budget to make it happen.
The only other kind of retool I can think of is taking the Sego Gundam and making it into the Mark II. But that's just me.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the Psycho Gundam in those colors.
I don't know if this is true, but I keep hearing from other people that the Transformers Ghostbusters Collaborative Ectotron was a retool of Combiner Wars Onslaught.
Hotspot.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
He was.
Was it Hotspot or Onslaught?
Hotspot.
That's that.
It's
Yeah.
both.
Was that true? Is he actually a retool of that?
Yes,
he
he
is.
was.
He's a very heavy retool. He
Just like
still
how,
has a lot of the exact same structure as those guys.
In the same regard, the next character, Gigawatt, was a heavy retool out of Siege Sideswipe.
Yep.
Collaborators really didn't start doing new molds until Maverick came out.
Yeah, I think the Top Gun Maverick was the first ever original mold for the crossovers.
Way through the danger zone.
I really wish I didn't pass up on that, honestly.
And then,
I'll be honest with you, it's not the best figure in the world, but it's still cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at my collaborative figures right now, looking at them, the only original molds that I can say that they've done were the Toad, I can't remember what the heck he was called, that came with Kurama, Tails, and Sonic.
Gamakichi.
Yes, I got to think. The cars that came with the Jurassic Park collaborative 2-packs.
As well as the Jeep from the Jurassic Park.
Yeah, the one of the 2 cars.
Don't forget Street Fighter.
Mando. Stranger Things collaborative, and what the heck? Party Wallop. Those are the only original molds that they've done.
If we're being entirely honest, the Ultimate Expanse X-Men one is a new mold.
It's not.
It's not. It's actually a retool of Studio Theory Jetfire.
Yeah, which
He
I have
only
both
reuses
figures.
one part from Jetfire.
Okay, so then by that same logic, Ectotron's a new mold.
Not really.
But anyway,
It's not happening, J-Tank. Let it go.
and while I kind of wish I brought this up, I wish I brought this up last week when we were talking about repaints. This still counts because it's got retool parts.
Will you knock it off?
Working. Oh, you know what? I could use this example. Anyway, in the realm of Super Sentai, I actually have a couple of examples. Okay, shut up, you. I want to get BC to get demonetized. or copyright strike or whatever. Anyway, I currently have the default version, the gold version of this, like currently combined with something. So, the Take a Sword figure / changer sidearm, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it was repainted into this for the Universe Warriors, like who are not Rangers themselves, to use. And Bandai Namco did a repaint and retool of it into this, the origin form of Take a Sword. So what's different about it? Honestly, the wings, the little winglets here. But it's primarily a repaint. Okay, shush you. And this is a pretty gorgeous repaint and retool. And if I can expertly do this without knocking anything over, I'll get something from View Soldier.
You forgot about the God Golden Bird. Goody Burn.
Good Burn? Yeah, he's, as far as I'm aware, that's just a straight up repaint. Well, we're talking about retools.
Which, speaking of, we're going to wrap this up soon. Because BC's tired and he wants to try to utilize whatever energy he's got left to do Scrap Battle.
He
Okay.
tired and wanna sleepy.
Kisha Miyuo from Ryu Soldier.
Yeah, and then he had a retool called Kishiryu Jin.
Yep. Which was the movie exclusive.
Like one.
Yeah, it was a movie exclusive version of that where it was
And the
Movie exclusive.
fucking forest green and gold.
Okay, it's like a dark blue, almost like a greenish greenish navy blue color. Like the tip of the tail is retooled. Came with these little cobra with king crowns on it for like the shoulders. Brand new head, little blade weapons, and obviously Ryusol that acts as the head for the mecha formation. Yeah, that.
Oh,
Marvel's died.
He did.
Oh, he did.
And I didn't even kill him. At least I don't think I did. Yeah, this is a good example of a retool and a repaint as well.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got these when I did, because like the prices for these were still fairly decent before Power Rangers Dino Fury hit the.
Oh, nice.
Nice, Christopher. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's gonna just about do it for the topic for the night. All right. So the scrap battle that I'm very heavily wanting to push off to next week is.
By the way, hey BC, what if I just displayed it like this on the shelf?
You would just display his butt?
Yeah, but
Scrap battle is Punisher versus Red Hood.
Fair.
Okay. So for the sake of scrap battle, I need to ask which of the two characters is everybody the most familiar with?
Both.
I know.
Okay, so Boris might actually have some stakes in this.
I have a working knowledge of them both. Like I have a basic knowledge of both.
Wait, you said Punisher?
And
Punisher versus the Red Hood.
Oh yeah, we're in for a gunfight.
Okay, so
just so we're clear, we're talking Jason Todd Red Hood, not the Red Hood.
yes. We are talking about Jason Todd, my boy. Like literally, like as of late, my all-time favorite DC character is the Red Hood.
oh, by the way, Real quick, that just reminded me. So apparently, it is confirmed by some of the people who worked on Teen Titans, the only Teen Titans cartoon that actually exists. Red X is actually Jason Todd.
What?
They finally confirmed it was him.
Yep. There was a deleted
Son of a
scene.
glitch.
There was a scene that they never did or made where he went home and his mom refers to him as Jason.
Yeah, then it would have led into him becoming the Red.
Oh,
You
freak.
motherfuckers, Cartoon Network, and
We told them we want Teen Titans back. They're like, okay, but you didn't specify what variety.
No,
And
that's
then
not
you
the
gotta
Teen Titans I
fucking
wanted.
go.
yeah, that was not the Teen Titans we fucking wanted, you bastards.
That's not what I
Give
wanted.
us freaking season 6, you bastards.
Yeah, I know. I want season 6 too. Anyways, so before we start going off on a tangent and cussing out Cartoon Network despite being dead, let's go ahead and actually get into this. So we will do scrap battle the same way we always do: endurance, strength, speed, armor and weapons, battle intelligence, and final verdict. As per usual, when it comes to endurance, we will start with the Punisher. Now, the Punisher, whether you mainly recognize him from like cartoons, or if you've read his comic runs, or if you've seen any of the movies, or if you've seen the more recent stuff specifically for the Punisher, you know that Frank Castle can take a fucking beating.
Yep.
And he definitely shows that he is a soldier. So, and what's one thing that a soldier is supposed to be able to do? They're supposed to be able to take a beating. So that said, Punisher as a whole, we've seen him shrug off gunfire. We've seen him get stabbed with knives. We've seen him get thrown off of buildings. We've seen him get kicked through a fucking van. We have seen him go toe to toe against characters who could literally rip him in half. And he more than stands his ground.
Yep.
Because he literally is judge, jury, and executioner.
I see.
By
So
his
the-
own awards.
So the amount of bullshit that this man can handle is something to behold. So when things go a specific direction, and his rage ultimately gets the better of him, he definitely is known to shrug off even more damage.
He's basically the Hulk if he stayed human.
Correct. He is wrath incarnate.
We literally have seen Punisher constantly throughout every single incarnation of him that has ever existed. 90% of the time, he's usually covered in bruises and bandages and band-aids, like constantly.
Yeah.
I think
And
I seen
you know what-
one point with a freaking eye patch.
Oh. And then there was a time where he actually endured the penance stare from Ghost Rider.
Exactly.
Endured it.
Fucking did.
And y'all need to keep in mind Ghost Rider is the one character for Scrap Battle that I have outright banned.
He's too overpowered.
So that said, Scrap Battle's Punisher. That is everything we know of him. Now let's move over and talk a little bit more on the Red Hood. Let's face it, this man died and came back to life.
Thank you,
Larry
Lazarus.
was tortured to death by the Joker as a sick, twisted joke to the Batman.
Exactly. Which, by the way, I'm going to say this real quick before we finish up with Red Hood. When it comes to the Punisher, I 1000% believe that if him and Batman were to throw hands right now, Punisher would beat the dog shit out of him.
I think he could even break Bane's back.
I don't know. I feel like I would put it pretty even.
I think you'd make the Joker even think twice before wanting to test him.
Like, Frank Castle's a terrifying force of nature, but at the same time, getting back on track, Red Hood is no slouch. We've seen the types of beatings this dude can take. He's taken fucking, like, there was an entire syndicate that was sent specifically after Jason Todd, and he just manhandled them, and they were beating the shit out of him.
He even took down Black Mask.
He took down Black Mask. Depending on the iteration we're talking about, he actually flat out shoots the Joker in the head.
He's basically Batman if he had no moral compass and said, yeah, the whole gun law? Fuck that shit. I'm using firearms.
He's basically Batman without his number one rule.
Exactly. And that's why I love Jason Todd. Because unfortunately, as of late, the no-kill rule, it literally just, it only helps the villains. It doesn't help anybody else. And Jason Todd proved, if you fucking kill them, they can't do shit anymore.
Exactly.
So with that
He
said, Jason
proved
Todd made sure that he has a bullet with every
Batman's
person's
wrong.
name on it that ever done him wrong.
Exactly. Anyway, back to endurance. I feel like it's pretty obvious when it comes to the endurance point, Punisher's taking it.
Fair.
By a slight margin, but yeah, it goes to Punisher.
Yeah, he takes it entirely because we've actually seen him get his ass beat by so many more, like, actually physically stronger characters.
And then in the Netflix
Spidey
series,
tried to
one,
punch him in the gut several fucking times, and Punisher strokes it off.
Exactly, and so the Netflix show,
Web Slinger. Yeah,
in the Netflix series, he was literally tied to a chair, and some dude, like, was who everyone nicknamed Agent Orange, was punching the ever living shit out of his face for God knows how long. I mean, granted, he still needed medical treatment, like emergency medical treatment after that, but still.
He withstood that shit.
I'm trying to remember, but I think it was way back in the 1990s Spider-Man series, if anybody remembers that, when Spidey had his Spider mutation activated. He went up against both the Punisher and Kraden, and they took mollywhoppings from the mutant spider, and they were not even phased.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the point for endurance is going to Punisher. Now let's talk speed. This is a point that I feel Jason is taking by a fucking landslide.
Okay, I'm back.
And so I was basically saying the speed point straight up that Jason Todd's taking that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't need any other explanation.
Because let's face it, while yes, we can definitely say that Punisher has proven to have ridiculously impressive reaction speeds. Name me any time he ran at full speed.
Yeah, Jason Todd is also someone who was trained by basically ninjas in two different ways.
Exactly.
And
So
they're
therefore, he is definitely a far faster combatant.
yeah.
All about stealth after all.
So in this particular regard, I'm going with Red Hood as far as the speed point is concerned. Physical strength.
Yeah, sorry.
This is where it gets tricky because Jason has been known to hit himself up with venom to make himself physically stronger. So if we're talking base strength, it goes to the Punisher with ease.
Yeah, I was gonna say
However,
we
if
should
we
stick with
allow
base strength.
every single tool in their arsenal, we have to include Jason Todd's venom.
I feel like that should be included in like armament and weapons.
Which we will get into that.
Yeah.
So for the sake of the argument, I'm gonna go ahead and tie them out on speed. Well, not speed. I'm gonna tie them out on strength.
Doggo go roo.
I hate this dog.
So that said, moving on to armor and weapons. Armor and weapons wise, this is where we're going to be having some fun because look at the amount of toys these guys have.
Oh man.
Oof.
Punisher is a man who literally has like weapon caches hidden in like every nook and cranny all across New York.
We're talking rocket launchers, miniguns, handguns, grenades, loads upon loads of heavy artillery.
Like, there is not a moment that Punisher is not within 5 feet from a physical firearm.
Or heck, there's even times where he is without weapons and he ends up just stealing them off of other people and like off of enemies.
Exactly.
Like he's never without weapons.
Or he uses his environment. Like, for example, in the season 1 finale of the Netflix Punisher series, what was the name of the guy? I can't remember the name of the guy. Like, basically the guy who ended up being the guy.
Trigger warning, what he's going to be mentioning is very gruesome.
All right, so it's been...
So what you're talking about is the guy who becomes Jigsaw. He basically takes the dude's face, slams it into a fucking mirror, and then starts dragging his face across the mirror. Where all the broken shards from the mirror completely cuts up his face.
Yeah, so that's like I said, using his environment.
Yep.
Wait,
so yes,
we're not talking about
that's a Punisher villain.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah, that's the actual name of a Punisher villain. His name is Jigsaw.
Because his face looks like a jigsaw puzzle.
I hope my mind went to the little man with the
Yeah,
wheelchair.
that's not a surprise. That's the most famous fictional character to hold the name Jigsaw, but the Punisher villain has existed long before that character was made.
Oh yeah.
So that said, Red Hood, arguably, he has access to the same amount of weapons. Here's the difference. He does not have nearly as many weapons as the Punisher at all times. While, yes, he definitely has a lot of very neat gadgets that can more than make up for the lack of firearms, let's face it, if we're talking strictly weapons, I'm sorry, Punisher is taking this.
Don't forget, some of these weapons that Jason Todd has are also upgraded with Wayne tech.
Exactly, and that's what gives them.
Even though he has fewer weapons, they technically hit that much harder.
And then, of course, like me and Brooks were bringing up initially, Jason Todd has access to Venom, and he can utilize that to up his physical strength.
which he uses technically effectively as a weapon in his arsenal.
I think
Yeah,
the most I've
Which,
seen.
real quick, in case for those of you who don't know, Venom, we're not talking about the symbiote. We're talking about the steroid like solution stuff, or whatever. That
We're talking about the ooze that Bane uses to make himself massive.
exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
It's basically Bane's whole supervillain power identity.
Super steroids, what they are.
Basically,
So with that said,
Luchador becomes hulking giant.
yeah, when the luchador becomes a hulking giant.
And again, as I was trying to say, the most I've seen Todd carry as his weapons are just 2 hand pistols at all times.
Exactly.
Or shotguns.
So yeah, armor and weapons
Punisher.
entirely because of the sheer amount of weapons he has on hand at all times, no matter where he's at.
He literally has to just run back to the van to get them.
He doesn't even need to run back to the van. He's got shit stashed everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like like Brick said, there is not a single scenario where Punisher is without a weapon. It never happens.
Because
Well-
even if he's inaccessible to his weapon caches and all his like personal armament, he always just steals it off of other people anyway.
Exactly. So there's never going to be a moment where he doesn't have a gun on hand.
The only problem is if we're talking just strictly a one-on-one fight between him and Red Hood, that's when it starts getting a little tricky.
Because, well, yes, Punisher is known to steal weapons off of other people. Can he steal a weapon from Red Hood?
Because going against Red Hood, he strictly has to rely solely on what he's already carrying. He can't rely solely on stuff he can grab from his opponent.
So with that stated, armor and weapons, I'm actually going to go ahead and say this is a tie.
Yeah, there's so many things that Punisher has more than Jason, but then there's things that Jason has over, and they just cancel each other out.
They cancel each other out too much, exactly. So therefore, having these two, as far as like an actual arsenal is concerned,
It's
if
very situational.
if we were strictly just talking weapon amount, Punisher would have taken this all day. But we're including everything, including how they use it here. So therefore, while yes, Punisher has more actual firearms, Red Hood actually has more escape tactics.
Can I continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
The only situation where I can see Red Hood getting an advantage if all of his weapons are coated with an identification print, and the Punisher can't use them because of that.
That is true.
That said, we now move on to, and this is the one that, for whatever reason, tends to confuse people because they think, oh, well, whoever wins this automatically means they win. No, on Scrap Battle before, even though they won this point, they still lost the fight. Let's talk battle intelligence. I'm so tempted to automatically give this to the Punisher. And the reason why, Bug is awake. And the reason why I want to give it straight to the Punisher is because of one major factor. He was a soldier. So therefore, he's fought in wars. He's commanded men. He has ran stealth ops. He has ran missions. He has combat experience from being in actual wars. And then on top of that, all the experience he's gained from being a vigilante and how he's able to take out all these crime bosses and all these mobsters by literally just outsmarting them.
Yep.
Like, let me paint a picture for you guys real quick. In a Daredevil comic book, he was running away from, for lack of understanding, he was running away from some mobsters. He ran into a zoo, into the polar bears, where these polar bears are domesticated. He walks up to the polar bear, and he decks it across the fucking face and then goes to hide. When the monsters follow him into this fucking polar bear cage, the bears maul them to death.
Damn.
He thinks 10 steps ahead. So, what does Red Hood have in comparison that can counter this? Well, he has the training from Bruce Wayne. He has the training from the League of Assassins. He has whatever the fuck abilities he gained through leaving the Lazarus Pit. And then on top of that, he was able to not only stop crime in Gotham, he was able to control it. How did he do it? Let's take a minute and praise our Lord and Savior Jensen Ackles by being the only portrayal of Jason Todd I will ever accept as far as voice is concerned. In Batman Under the Red Hood, the first time we see Red Hood, he had brought all the gang leaders into one area. And he basically is telling all of them, hey, by the way, you bitches work for me now. And they all look up at him and go, what the fuck makes you think we're going to listen to you? He tosses a bag down to them. And he says, open it. When they open it, that's when he starts explaining, those are the heads of all of your lieutenants. I'm not asking you to kick in with me. I'm telling you.
Not to mention he somehow managed to kidnap and tie up Black Mask and his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, he did that as well. But then also keep in mind, let's say one thing he did. He told them, all the heads of your lieutenants, I did this in 2 hours. Imagine what I can do in an evening. So when it comes to the overall battle intelligence between the two characters, at this point we gotta ask ourselves, who is the more likely to plan the better finish?
Jason Todd. If we're talking a planned finish, it's Jason Todd. If we're talking on something that's like on the fly, it's Punisher.
And that's precisely why I'm tying this out. They are simply, from a battle intelligence perspective, simply far smarter than anyone in their field. Like, again, the polar bear thing for the Punisher and the ability to control crime with Red Hood. We could argue that if Punisher were to really want to do the same thing, he more than fucking could. And I wouldn't put it past Jason to have possibly thought to do something like the polar bear thing to guarantee the end of specific people. I 100% can see both characters doing these things. It ultimately comes down to whether one is smarter than the other. And to be honest, I don't think either of them are able to outsmart each other, which is why battle intelligence is a tie. So I'm going to go ahead and let Brick start when I say it is time for the final verdict. And while he's talking, I am going to go ahead and go check on my son.
All right.
So
I will
go
also
ahead.
say this. Sorry, what was it? Oh, he's just checking his son. All right. I will also say this as well, just to reemphasize. We are not using the Lazarus Pit as an explanation because that literally would just mean that Jason Todd just wins by a landslide because he can just infinitely revive himself however many times in the freaking Lazarus Pit. Anyway, so I personally am giving the, because again, it is very, very close between these two characters. Punisher is a very, very experienced combatant, not just in the military aspect, but also in the superhero aspect. He has dealt with so many people that he has the experience on his side. Jason Todd does also have experience, but he also went through a lot of rigorous training, both with Batman and also with the League of Shadows. And both of those places are a very, very demanding, very, very demanding of training. Batman, of course, is a little less so, but, he was also trained by, the League of Shadows. But point is, I personally am only giving it to Jason Todd purely because of the reason that Jason Todd has been able to basically like the amount of, basically he does what Punisher does, but it's like almost to a superhuman level that you can't even comprehend how fast he is able to achieve his goals. Where Punisher, it kind of takes a bit of time because, again, Punisher is a character who is based a little bit more grounded in reality, where Jason Todd has a little bit more of that Wayne Tech sci-fi-esque elements on his side, which is the only reason I put him above the Punisher. But again, this is extremely, extremely close. I can't think of another scrap battle that was this close.
Mebius, who do you think will win?
I would definitely have to go with the Punisher.
Ooh, so it's one for Jason, one for Punisher. Interesting.
My money is on Punisher because the dude doesn't have any superpowers or any of the kind of or whatever kind of benefits or edge that the Lazarus Pit might have on a person. He's just the dude literally killed every superhero in the MCU, unless I'm thinking of Deadpool. But yeah, there are times where he has faced up against superpowered beings and came up on top. So I feel like the way I see it, he could more than handle Jason Todd.
So what you're referring to, actually, Bees, you are actually correct. There was a comic run where Punisher ran the ones with every single Marvel character. And in creative ways, he managed to not only beat them, he managed to kill them. Yes, even Spider-Man.
And Wolverine.
He's done it. So with that stated, all right. Y'all, I'm about to do the story. So y'all better appreciate me for this, because my brain is fried. So if this story doesn't end up performing the same way the others have, you can't get mad at me. That said, Punisher versus the Red Hood. Setting is for sake of ease, we'll say it's New York with a hint of Gotham, even though it's basically the same shit. Anyways,
They're
we
in
have
they're in New York City with a branch of the Wayne Industries in there. Some shit.
exactly. So Red Hood has tracked down a mobster, and he's been hunting this dude for weeks. And he thinks, I finally got my hands on him. So he starts interrogating him, and he's really getting into it. He's really trying to get this motherfucker to talk. And right when the guy's about to talk and tell Red Hood exactly what he needed to know, because apparently he's acting like the Penguin or some shit, he gets picked off from a distance. Red Hood, after this happens and the blood splatters all over his hood, the first thing he says is, "Are you fucking shitting me?" So then he slides the blood off of the eyes, and he kicks on his detective mode. He traces where the bullet went, and he actually, in enough time, catches Frank Castle deconstructing his sniper shot and running off into the distance. Jason Todd, Red Hood, takes this as an opportunity to chase him down. Because at that point, that's weeks of work gone in 2 seconds. So Jason Todd is now grappling, flipping, acrobating his way up to the rooftops. And he is chasing the Punisher down. And when he finally gets to him, he tackles him. And as soon as he finally gets him down on the ground, he starts decking him across the face. And then he pulls out his pistol and he aims it right at his head. But he notices something. This poor bastard is afraid of him. And he's sitting there like, wait, what? No. You just fucking shot somebody. And I'm sorry, but apparently Batman is scarier than me. Why the fuck are you already shaking in your boots and pissing your pants when I haven't even done shit to you yet? And that's when the smoke goes off. This Punisher that he chased down was a guy named Powell. If you know, you know. So finally, Red Hood's looking around, and he's like, "Are you Bruce? Did you really just show up out of nowhere?" And Powell starts screaming, "Fuck you, you vigilante bitch! You only caught me out of pure luck. Next time I'm gonna fuck you up." Red Hood just looks at him, and under the hood, he has this annoyed look on his face. So what does he do? One bullet straight to the fucking head. Just straight up takes his ass out.
Like so.
Exactly. So, Hal's now dead. And this is the moment that Punisher was waiting for, because he knew that Powell was too much of a fucking wannabe that he would have ever turned an opportunity like this down. So when Red Hood shot his ass dead,
You chose option D.
Punisher basically sat there and said, 2 birds with 1 stone, because now I'm about to beat this motherfucker's ass. He leaps down from his hiding spot, and he takes Red Hood to the ground. But Red Hood has extremely good reflexes, so by the time he hits the ground, he manages to kick Punisher off and flip back onto his feet. At this point, when Punisher gets back to his feet, he pulls his 2 pistols, aims them. Red Hood takes his 2 pistols out, and he aims them. And at this point, it's an absolute firefight. Nothing but guns firing, bullets flying. Depending on who got hit first, blood was going to splatter. Like, they are going all out with every weapon they have on hand. At this point, Jason really only had the 2 pistols. So as soon as those bitches ran out of ammunition in the magazines, right when he went to go unload them to give himself more of a chance to actually fight back, Punisher reaches to his back and he pulls out a shotgun. And right when Red Hood sees this, he's like, uh-oh. One shot sends him flying off the roof. Punisher runs across to check and see if he's still falling, to see a grapple point, sending him flying through a window. What does Punisher do? He takes his shotgun, jumps down, lets it onto that same line, goes after the Red Hood. But this time, Punisher, despite being an expert hunter, he is now being the hunted. Red Hood has set up a trap for him, and he has managed to do it in record time, thanks to his training with Bruce Wayne. So when Punisher gets there, the trap springs, and Punisher is being shot, basically completely shot. Like he's being tased the moment he hit the ground. And as he's sitting there, like eyes bugging out, screaming in agony, Red Hood is just kind of standing across the way with his arms crossed, and he starts explaining, I kind of figured that soldier mentality you have, you weren't just going to let me run away. So I figured, why not test out a few gadgets that, the big man let me borrow for the night. And while Punisher's just glaring at him now, Red Hood goes to explain that within the time frame it took for Frank to get there, he had already set up this trap. And he starts explaining to him that we can play this game of cat and mouse all we fucking want. At the end of the day, you ain't catching me. Punisher just smirks. Because this entire time as Red Hood is explaining this shit, he's making a very, very dumb mistake. And he's walking closer to Frank. As soon as he was close enough, Frank grabs a hold of him by the head. Since he's still getting zapped, he's sending these fucking shocks into the hood. It's completely frying all of Red Hood's systems, which in turn shuts the trap down. Red Hood has to then take the mask off and drop it down. because when Frank zapped it, he set off the self-destructing. If you saw Under the Red Hood, you know exactly what trick I'm talking about. Frank figured this out. He runs to the other end of. He basically runs to where he first came through, and he leaps back out that same window. And he's plummeting quite a ways. That whole entire area explodes. Punisher then takes out his giant Bowie knife, uses it into the side of the building to try and slow his fall. Surprisingly, it works. But by the time he gets down there, he's already met by Jason as the Red Hood. And now, Jason's got a knife out. Punisher's just looking at him and, like, for the first, like, this is the first time he actually says anything to this kid. And he simply says, "You don't want this fight." Jason Todd finally tells him, I'm ending this because you're clearly a problem. So now it's straight fisticuffs between the two of them. Red Hood is slashing at him, punching at him, and gotta head to Frank Castle, even though he's kind of getting his ass beat right now. He's fighting like a fucking champ, almost like he's studying the Red Hood. Finally, Frank gets a real good hold of his arm, and he snaps that bitch. Which in turn causes the Red Hood to drop his knife. But right when Frank went to go grab it, Jason kicked it across the way, and it stabs into the wall. Frank goes to pull out one of his pistols. But Red Hood basically grabs the top of it and slams the hammer back, completely removing the top of the gun, rendering it useless. Pops him in the jaw. Punisher kind of whirls onto the ground, but rolls himself back up. And as soon as he saw Red Hood was right within his general line of sight, he fucking uppercuts him with every ounce of his fucking strength. And he sends this kid flying up into the fucking air from pure force. So, Red Hood hits the ground. And he goes to flip himself back up, but this time Punisher's not giving him room to breathe. He jumps back up with that fucking Bowie knife, even though it's straight up been charred. Like, there's no way this thing's gonna do any real damage if he's to splash with it. He gets on top of Red Hood and he's jamming that fucking knife down at him. And Red Hood is doing everything in his power to get him off. Like, he's kneeing him in the fucking ribs. He's popping him in the fucking kidney. He's hitting him with everything he's got. He even zaps him again. Frank won't move. Finally, he overpowers the Red Hood. He starts to get that knife just a little bit closer to his neck. But right before he can fucking stab him, Jason moves, and the knife jams right between his shoulder and his neck. He survives, but he's in pain. But Punisher is no bitch. In this moment, he grabs a hold of Jason's neck and he starts choking him. So once again, right when Jason thought he was safe, he was right back in there. And Frank's got a good hold on his neck too. Like that's years of trauma going into that grip. And he just keeps that grip. Red Hood's fighting and fighting and fighting. But there's nothing he can do to get Frank off of him. So finally, after all that fighting, the Red Hood blacked out. And his hands dropped to the ground. The Punisher wins. What am I doing? I'm doing scrap battle. Guys, that is such a big win. He just asked me what I'm doing. So did you hear who won, Bricks? You're muted. I didn't hear that.
Yes, I heard. I forgot.
Now,
I muted myself.
So let me, much like how I've been doing with Scrap Battle as of late, let me explain why the Punisher won. This was much like what Brick said. This was not a close bout.
Like literally a single bullet difference in terms of victory.
But this is why the Punisher won. Between the two of them, he has proven time and time again he's more ruthless. He does not give up. He does not stop. He is literally a sentinel of destruction. He does not stop. And even when you think you have him right where you fucking want him, he pulls out every other trick that he's got hidden in a fucking sleeve, and all of a sudden you're right back to square one. The Punisher also being a military expert because he was a soldier before things happened to him. Gave him all the battle tactics he could need to not only survive the Red Hood, but actually put the Red Hood in a place where he couldn't easily escape. Where no matter how, well, yes, Red Hood was trained by Batman and the League of Assassins. At the end of the day, he had a very major weakness. He has a temper. And when his temper gets the best of him, he makes foolish mistakes. Clearly enough, throughout this entire fight, Frank was frustrating him. Almost as if Frank could tell underneath that hood there was a kid wanting to go home. And he chose to personally, by his own hands, send him home. Did Red Hood put up one hell of a fight? Yes, he did. He fought to the bitter end, but in the end, he was up against an opponent who simply just did not have even the slightest gumption or even the understanding of surrender. The Punisher wins. Add him to the Hall of Scrap Battle victories.
He'll need a couple more bandages and band-aids and staples.
Yeah, he will. So I know that this isn't one of my normal stories where I get really, really deep into detail. How'd y'all feel about this one?
I personally liked it.
Me too.
Because again, these are some more street-level heroes that don't require it to be, like, super overly complicated, I guess.
Okay, so then let me ask y'all this: Is this on par with what I normally do, or Is it like can you tell I'm struggling a little bit, or do you feel it far surpassed what I've done before?
I think it's on par with what you normally do.
I agree.
Okay, so then I still got it. Good.
Like obviously, yeah, I can tell that you're a little bit tired, but like in terms of like the descriptions you give for like the environments and like what's happening and who's moving where, and you know, it all still feels the same.
All right, well, I hope you guys are ready for the next scrap battle, because for the first time, someone from Invincible is stepping into the arena.
Oh God.
Oh, trust me, you guys are gonna like who I'm choosing for this.
The
This is
Shapesmith.
gonna be fun, huh?
The Shapesmith.
Can I hurt him?
Give me a second. I need to process this real quick. I'm trying not to be violent. Okay, I tried. I need to be violent.
So what happened? I still don't see you or feel anything.
Hold on.
Oh hey! I'm taking you with me.
Cecil!
To answer Nariko's question, no, it's not Cecil, and I'm not telling you guys until we actually do
Punisher!
what the next scrap battle is.
Victory.
With the fallen.
Trust me when I say you guys are gonna love this one, because it's gonna be a first, not just for Invincible, but it's gonna be the very first for one very, very popular comic character.
I think I know.
Who do you think it is?
I'm gonna let you say it.
No, I want to know what you think it is, or who you think it is.
Omni-Man and Superman.
No.
I don't know.
Well, guess what? You'll find out in a minute.
Sweet.
Oh, he did. And then obviously I'm going to set up the next. There we go. No, it's not Battle Beastie. God fucking, I just saw what he put up. God.
You can't deny Battle Beast is a good one though.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely will be keeping him in mind for future battles, but no, it's not him.
I'll discuss it with you later, but I have a really good thing to, like, an enemy to put up against Battle Beast.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely talk about it. Bees, wake up. I need your help with this. Oh my god. So is a Chipotle burrito. Gives a Chipotle burrito. Gives a Chipotle burrito. Gives a Chipotle burrito.
Burrito.
Chipotle burrito. Gives a Chipotle burrito. Gives a Chipotle burrito. Keep getting worse.
He's going backwards.
He just keeps getting worse. Okay, how about this? Oh, it worked. Okay.
10 Chipotle burritos.
I think he's fixing this stuff.
7,000 pigeons. Eat this man.
Oh my goodness, 1,000 pigeons. What the hell? Anyway, what would you need help with?
So, do we start showing off what the next topic in battle is, or what?
Yeah, topic and battle.
Honestly, I kind of miss the structure we had with like the after party, and then we do this person do this, will this person think that, will this person eat that. But I know next time on episode, I kind of miss doing that.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna be real with you, buddy. It just feels right when Savage does it, because at the end of the day, it was his bit.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of need to get going. I'm kind of waiting for the after party in order to leave.
Yeah, and I tend to take up on a lot of his responsibilities, especially when it came to that, being the straight man, and being the Imperial March bit victim. So
I haven't done that in a while.
Anyway. Yeah, we have not done that in a while, even when Savage was on here. Did we?
Probably because we abused it with him to the point where he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Well, that's a shame. If only there was if only there was someone who could take up the mantle.
Anyway, so now that everybody has basically spoken, here's the topic. It's gonna be a free for all.
Sweet.
But
I was intending that to be a cue.
so
Anyway.
After credit scene. A Viltrumite has just entered Earth's atmosphere. He is demanding to know who the strongest being on this planet is. Because, let's face it, Flag has decided to make himself known. He's going to take over Earth, whether anybody likes it or not. Well, one very specific, very big, very strong, and very angry big guy really is not fond of him at this moment. Because he thinks he's hot shit, and he don't like that. If anything, he's looking at it like, oh, you think you're the strongest? That's cute. Next week on Scrap Battle, Brad versus the Hulk.
Oh, holy shit.
Very interesting.
All right.
I am off.
Later.
I will see you all next time.
Send me what your suggestions are for a Battle Beast.
I will. I also have a few others, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, send as many as you can, because I need more ideas.
All right.
All right, y'all. We have officially entered the after party. So yeah, the Hulk is going to be on Scrap Battle for the very first time. How we feeling about that?
This is how I feel. Those of you who are only familiar with the Hulk from the MCU,
You're not ready.
Yeah. He ain't shit compared to how the Hulk is in other media. In fact, even the Eric Bana Hulk was stronger.
I wouldn't go that far, but that said, yeah, the version of the Hulk that we have been used to from live action depictions has nothing on what he's like in the fucking comic books.
Planet Hulk, World War Hulk.
To the point where, let's face it, Thrag is supposed to be the strongest of all the Viltrumites. So, why don't we take this jolly green giant with an attitude problem and send him after the communists?
Communist Freddie Mercury.
Communist Freddie Mercury. Oh, that was funny. All right. So,
I would like to grace everyone's presence with an Energon Galvatron.
sweet.
I got this big bad boy in the mail from eBay, not sponsored, the other day. This is yet another grail of mine that I can check off the list. And yes, he is complete. He does have the sword. I can get it out right here. And he is 100% complete. And take the missile out so I don't lose it. Yeah, it makes what sounds like a broken blender.
Can we not do that again, please?
I agree, because even I found it kind of annoying.
Anyways, so yeah,
And here's his brother.
So, Mebius, I have a question for you, buddy.
What?
How are you feeling about the next scrap battle?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not care for the Incredibles.
What?
I do not care about Incredible. I care more for the Hulk.
That's who's fighting. It's Thrag versus the Hulk.
And be waiting for Hulk to officially snap that man's neck in half.
Let's just see how things go next week. No. Transformers fans, I'm sorry. Megatron does not stand a chance against Thrag.
Yeah, no. Not by a long shot. Doesn't matter which version of Megatron. Honestly, any Viltrumite would turn his ass into a giant origami.
Hold on. Wait. Hang on a second. You're giving Lucan too much credit here. Okay, let's back it up a little bit, all right? Steve Harvey ain't all that. Like, literally, it's already been confirmed Lucan's the weakest of the Viltrumites. But yeah, the first time the Invincible Universe enters Scrap Battle, and for the very first time, the fucking Hulk. Like, I've been itching to do a fight for the Hulk, but I have not been able to find an opponent that I felt was worthy of him. I think we finally have one.
Dun dun dun.
And I cannot wait to have the Hulk and Thrag go toe-to-toe against each other in Scrap Battle, because this is going to be fun. This is going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that said, given the fact that I kind of left a lot of you hanging as far as Scrap Battle is concerned, since, well, I hadn't really been feeling up to it. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal some other battles that I have planned. Now, we already know that there are specific characters I will not let come into Scrap Battle. For one sole reason. My show, do what I want. However, that does not mean that I am willing to take other characters from their media. Like, fuck, for instance, like Red Hood just got his shit fucking split tonight. So, I figured, why not give you guys a little something? Here is one scrap battle that I am definitely looking forward to finally getting to when we have the chance. Because let's face it, Thrive versus Hulk right now, we got some fucking hype for this. Hey, Justin, thank you for killing the shit out of DevCon for me. I appreciated that. So one of the scrap battles that I have planned is the 7 from the boys versus the 7 deadly sins.
For real?
Yep.
I feel sorry for that stupid man. If he has to go against Marvelous and Escanor.
Don't you mean Meliodas?
If I said Meliodas,
You said Marvelous.
Yeah.
whoop.
You're good. You're good. Just
You know a death battle that I've been having in my brain lately?
for a scrap
The
battle.
Fallen versus the Destroyer Gundam. And I got a story racking in my brain ever since.
I'll consider it for scrap battle. Anyways, so that's one scrap battle that I have in mind. Another scrap battle is a round 2. Batman versus Iron Man.
Batman versus Iron Fist?
Iron Man.
Oh, Tony.
Yes. Why? Simple. I want to finally settle once and for all that Iron Man would 100% beat his ass.
Only in your dreams, Mr. Stark.
Anyways, so that's another one. There's one that I know for a fact I skipped the story, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't fully understand why I did. Because when I really sat down and I really stopped to think about it, I had such a badass fight plan for that. But I just didn't want to do it. So, kind of sticking with the theme of superheroes, a scrap battle we're going to go back and redo and actually do properly, very much how we did tonight, and actually give these characters a chance to fight. We're going to redo Nightwing versus Daredevil.
Ooh.
Now, this is one where I know for a fact Bees is either going to appreciate me or he is going to hate my guts.
Should I be scared?
You should be. You fucking should be. Not so much, not so much because of how good this battle is, but because I can already tell the moment I say this, you're gonna feel a pang in your heart where you're gonna be sitting there like, BC, do you hate me or something?
Okay, can you rip the Band-Aid off now, please?
I want to do Legendary Godzilla versus the Dragon Zord.
You son of a glitch. You know how many times I've seen that in the Power Rangers versus Godzilla crossover comic?
No.
Death Battle had done it.
No. Incorrect.
That battle
They
did
did.
Kiryu versus Dragon
Yeah,
Zord.
they did Kiryu Mechagodzilla versus the Dragon Zord. I'm talking specifically.
My fault.
I'm talking specifically the Legendary Universe Godzilla versus the Dragon Zord. So that's one fight that I'm definitely going to want to do. Or that's another one of the fights that I'm definitely planning to do. Just, again,
Speaking
these
of
are teams that I'm
Legendary,
thinking about. Nothing's been
anybody
confirmed.
excited for the new Supernova movie?
Supernova?
Supernova.
Oh, yeah. Got GXK Supernova.
Especially considering they're bringing back my boy, Space Godzilla.
It was super funny that you mentioned that. I don't know who he's going to fight, but I know for a fact Space Godzilla is going to be a contestant at some point. However, here is one where I can definitely tell some people are going to hate me when we go to do this. But we're finally going to take a crack at Unicron versus Galactus.
That battle already did that, but...
I'm aware, but I don't care. To be fair, though, they also already did Nightwing versus Daredevil, but we're still going to do it.
True. Is it bad that my brain wants to turn off?
If you want to go, you can.
I don't want to be rude.
No. Mebius, you know how I am. If you genuinely need to get off, I'm not going to hold it against you. Take care of yourself. He just dips.
He's like, okay.
He's like, oh, shit, don't gotta tell me twice. So yeah, some other crap battles that I have planned. Like I said, Space Godzilla is definitely a confirmed contestant. I just don't know who he's gonna fight yet. Although chances are, knowing me, just to piss off Woody, I'm probably gonna have him fight Cthulhu.
Do it.
Which, speaking of, Godzilla vs. Cthulhu Round 2 is confirmed to be a scrap battle. Yes, we're 100% going to do it. No, I don't care if he comes out of the woodwork and starts screaming, I'm biased.
Go to the bias, bitch.
Godzilla biased, bitch. Yeah, you're just pissed because no matter how many times you try to argue that Cthulhu would actually win that fight, I demolished it. And then when he tried to play the whole, okay, Ghost Rider versus Godzilla, who would win? I immediately said Ghost Rider.
And then I want to say it was literally that same episode when everyone's guard was down. He started farting. He was like farting up a fucking storm, and everyone thought it was me. Hashtag gate.
Would IDW Megatron be in scrap battle, or has he already been in scrap battle? He has not been in scrap battle yet. However, I don't have an opponent for him. Like, I genuinely don't know if there is another opponent that I'm willing to put IDW Megatron up against right now. Not so much because I don't think he'd survive, but mainly because I don't think the opponent's gonna survive. Which that also kind of leads me to another thing that I'm going to be adding to Scrap Battle. I'm going to be specifying from here on out within the fights, or before we start debating, that this is a battle where the loser dies. Where I will specify if it's win by kill or if it's win by KO. That said, battle royales. Bees is either gonna hate me or he's gonna love me for this. I call this the Super Royale. What does this consist of? It consists of Homelander, Omni-Man, All Might, and Superman.
I have no idea who All Might even is.
All Might's from My Hero Academia. He's basically that universe's response to Superman.
Oh, okay. I would never know. I never would have known that because I don't fuck with Funimation because fuck those bastards.
Well, either way.
I will support the Japanese dub though.
Well, the Japanese dub is definitely about to be your best friend because that's the only way you're watching it.
Yep. I don't mind reading.
Another battle royale that I was gonna do, and this one's gonna hurt for a lot of people. The Spider Royale.
Have you ever thought about a? I can't remember if it's already been done, but a Galvatron battle royale.
Not yet. It's something that I thought about doing, but then I stopped to think about it. And I'm like, there's not going to be a winner. They're all just going to die. But yeah, the Spider Royale is going to be a four-way. It's going to be a four-way battle royale between 616 Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Miles Morales Spider-Man, who at times has been called Ultimate Spider-Man, Spider Noir, and the Spider-Verse's ass himself, Miguel O'Hara. Spider-Man 2099.
Hey, quit stealing my bit!
Get over it. You do it to everybody else.
I'm just glad that people are trying to get it to catch on. The Spider-Verse's ass. Which a funny story behind that idea, behind that joke. I worked with someone at a previous job who had watched Across the Spider-Verse. Oh, yeah, Across the Spider-Verse, and she said that she liked looking at Miguel O'Hara's ass throughout the movie. I'm like, so basically it's the Spider-Verse's ass.
Anyways, what do you call it? Hmm. Okay, then. Okay. So we're about to end the episode. But before we do, I'll ask a question. Do you guys want the one more confirmation, or you want a rebirth update that I haven't spoken about yet? In fact, I'll even take this as an opportunity to allow suggestions from the comment section.
So while we wait, there's one thing I want to bring up that I meant to bring up last month. As I had mentioned towards the end, like at the end of 2024, I'd been having, like, I was struggling so hard trying to find a job, especially one that paid well. And long story short, I, purely out of desperation, applied for a job that is now mine. I now work at. As of last month, as of the month this past April, I've worked at my current job for 2 years.
Good.
And while it's like stressful, and frankly some people that I work with there kind of royally piss me off at the same time, I am absolutely grateful for the fact that I have this job. I'm so grateful for the fact that, like, through all like just the trials and tribulations I had, like before I started training, and when I started working there, BC and the rest of the Scrapyard community has been there for me. They've been in my corner. And I will always be grateful towards BC and the Scrapyard community.
And we will always stand with you. Because after all, that's our motto. We stand together. Okay, Nariko wants a rebirth update. What does Bees want? Does he want another scrap battle, or does he want a rebirth update?
Rebirth update.
Okay, so since I have not revealed very much as far as voice cast is concerned, I'm going to reveal one very important one. That being who's voicing Megatron. Yes, Bees.
Fun fact, I do the voice way better when I'm sick.
Come on, in your head. He's Megatron. Like 100% he's Megatron. So with all that said, everybody, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. And yeah, guys, 155 episodes. Let's fucking go. We should all be proud of ourselves. We got this far. I'm gonna keep saying it because it still stands to be true. Scrapyard was supposed to only last 50 fucking episodes, and then it was gonna drop off the face of the fucking earth. Look at how far we've come. Let's go. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we hope and pray that you are going to be with us for the rest of this ride. With all that said, I've been BC.
And I've been Flaming Bees.
And we will catch you guys next time.
Peace.
Oh, wait. No. One more thing. From here on out, I no longer care if it's only 2 people. So long as someone shows up, we will do the show. So with that said, everybody, Now, officially for real this time, I've been BC.
I've been Flaming Bees.
Bye!